What if one simple daily swimming habit could quietly stop muscle loss and even tell your body to rebuild what it thought was already gone? Most people grow up believing that muscle loss is simply part of aging, something as unavoidable as wrinkles or gray hair, a slow decline that no amount of effort can truly change. But the truth is far less comfortable and far more empowering. Muscle loss doesn't happen because birthdays add up. It happens because the body adapts to how it is used, and most people unknowingly send the wrong signal for years. By the end of this video, one thing will be clear. This daily swim habit doesn't just slow muscle loss. It sends a powerful message to the body to rebuild, reinforce, and stay strong. Now, let's unpack why. The silent muscle thief nobody ever explains properly. Imagine the body as a highly intelligent system that constantly reallocates energy based on demand. If a muscle isn't used regularly, the body doesn't get emotional about it. It simply labels that muscle as inefficient, unnecessary, and slowly begins to downsize it. After 40, this process accelerates, not because the body is failing, but because it becomes more efficient and less forgiving of wasted resources. This is why many people feel weaker every year, even if their weight stays exactly the same. Their routines haven't changed, and they believe they are still active. The missing piece is this: muscle loss is not about lifting heavier weights. It's about sending the right biological signal consistently. And water happens to send one of the clearest signals the body understands. Why swimming triggers a rebuild response instead of breakdown. Now think carefully about what happens when the body moves through water. Every movement faces resistance, but it's smooth, evenly distributed, and non-aggressive, which allows muscles to stay engaged without being shocked or damaged. Each stroke becomes a prolonged conversation with the nervous system, quietly reinforcing the message that these muscles are still essential, still needed, and still worth maintaining. Swimming doesn't isolate muscles. It activates entire chains at once, linking the back, shoulders, core, glutes, and legs into one coordinated system that works together instead of fighting itself. That's why swimmers often appear lean, balanced, and solid rather than bulky. Their bodies aren't being broken down and repaired randomly. They are adapting intelligently. The one daily swim habit that pushes the body to rebuild muscle. Here's the habit, and it's simpler than most people expect. Daily moderate intensity swimming for 15 to 25 minutes performed continuously without full stops. Not sprinting, not drifting aimlessly. A steady, controlled pace that keeps the muscles under constant, manageable tension. This matters because continuous swimming creates time under tension without joint strain, which is exactly the environment muscles need to stay alive and responsive. It's like reminding the body every single day, these muscles are still part of the plan. And the body listens. How to apply this correctly in real life? Here's a practical structure that works for almost anyone. Start with 5 minutes of easy swimming, using a relaxed freestyle or backstroke to warm up the joints and wake the muscles without stress. Then move into 10 to 15 minutes of steady, uninterrupted swimming, where breathing is deeper, focus is higher, and effort feels intentional but sustainable. Challenging without feeling punishing. Finish with 5 minutes at a slower pace, allowing the nervous system to calm down while the muscles absorb the work that was just done. This simple structure requires no complicated planning, no exhaustion, and no recovery days that derail consistency. And yet, after a few weeks, most people notice that their muscles feel more awake, more stable, and more responsive, almost as if the body remembered how strength is supposed to feel. Why this works better than inconsistent high-effort training. Now think about how most people exercise. They push hard once or twice a week, feel sore, lose momentum, take long breaks, and then repeat the cycle. The body doesn't thrive on chaos. Daily swimming at a moderate intensity creates predictable stress, and predictable stress is what the body adapts to most efficiently. Instead of tearing muscle fibers down and struggling to rebuild them, the body reinforces what is already there and gradually strengthens it. That's the difference most people never experience. The hormonal advantage nobody talks about. There's another layer here that often gets ignored. Moderate daily swimming improves insulin sensitivity, supports growth hormone release, and dramatically enhances blood flow to muscle tissue, creating an internal environment where repair becomes easier and inflammation naturally decreases. It's like upgrading the delivery system that feeds your muscles. Nutrients reach the fibers more efficiently. Recovery becomes smoother. That heavy, stiff feeling slowly fades. What replaces it is a sense of lightness, control, and quiet strength that carries into everyday movement. If you haven't swum in years, this works even better. If swimming hasn't been part of your life in a long time, that's not a disadvantage. It's an opportunity. Start with shorter distances, allow brief pauses when needed, and prioritize smooth technique over speed. Within 2 to 3 weeks, many people notice their posture improving without effort, their movements feeling less fragile, and their confidence returning in a very physical, grounded way. Not ego strength, real strength. Now, comment below, how many minutes could you realistically swim each day if you started this week? Swimming alone won't turn anyone into a bodybuilder, and that's not the goal. The real goal is preserving and rebuilding functional muscle, the kind that protects joints, stabilizes posture, supports balance, and makes daily life feel easier instead of heavier. And swimming does this better than almost any other single habit. Take a moment and ask yourself, how would life change if your body felt strong again? Without pain, without fear, without hesitation. That's what this habit quietly offers. If this changed the way you think about muscle loss, subscribe to the channel, because this is where strategies that actually work are explained clearly and honestly. But here's the part most people never consider. What happens when this daily swim habit is combined with one specific nutrition timing strategy that dramatically amplifies muscle repair after water-based training? The muscle response becomes almost unfair, and that is exactly what the next video is about. Found this helpful? Hit like and subscribe to Prime Health Zone for more real wellness that actually works. And hey, drop a comment below if this helped you or if there's something you'd love to see in the next videos. See you in the next one. Stay strong, stay healthy,